Hello friends. So welcome to the second part of AIIMS chemistry paper of 2017 morning shift. Okay, so in this part we are going to discuss question number 14 to question number 23. Okay, that means the next 10 questions, right? So first of all, let me introduce you to myself. My name is Hariom Patel. I'm second year MBBS student at AIIMS New Delhi. The rest you can read. So this is our channel started by Tamona Ghosh, Ankush Garg, Shubha Sonam, and me. That is Hariom Patel. So please subscribe to this channel because in this channel we are going to provide you with the most authentic solutions for the question papers of previous years of AIIMS, NEET, and IIT examinations and various other examinations. See, because the main problem is that you get the question papers from different sources and the solutions also, but the solutions they are mostly incorrect, right? The people use the people anyhow get to the answer, okay, and that leads you to understanding the wrong things, and that shows in the result, right? So we are going to provide you the most authentic solutions of these question papers. Okay, so in that series this is our first paper, that is AIIMS 2017, and this is the second part of chemistry paper, right? So the very first request to all of you is that please keep your NCERT books open, both 11th and 12th, so that you can match the questions and the answers there, right? Because we'll be going to check that how many questions are directly asked from the NCERT book. Okay, and also, okay, let's go to our first question. So the question number 14 was that at a certain temperature and total pressure of 1 atmosphere, A2 vapors contain 20% by volume of A atoms. Okay, तो बहुत ही सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन था ये. ओके, कि जो A2 वेपर्स हैं दे कंटेन 20%, कि A2 के जो वेपर्स हैं उसमें A एटम्स 20% हैं. इसका सिंपल सिंपल सा मतलब यही हुआ. ये जो थोड़ा सा ये कॉम्प्लेक्स स्टेटमेंट है ना, इट सिंपली मीन्स दैट you can imagine a solution in which A2, okay, A2 is the water, okay, A2, this is the A2 like O2, okay, this is A2. So A2 is the solvent and A atoms, they are the solute, okay. So the solute here is 20% of the total, okay. Therefore 20% is A atoms and 80% are 2A atoms, and they say that the total pressure is 1 atmosphere. So it simply means that the A atoms, they exert a pressure of 0.2 atmosphere because they are 20% by volume, okay, and the A2, they exert a pressure of 0.8 atmosphere, okay, and we are asked to calculate the Kp. So what does the Kp simply means? It simply means that Kp is equals to the pressure of the products, okay, the pressure of products raised to the power upon the pressure of reactants raised to the powers, right? So here the products we have, and what is the power? Power is this, okay, this 2 with A, this, sorry, I forgot to use a pointer, okay. So the power is this 2, right? So we'll put it as a power. So see, this will be the solution simply. Kp, this is the formula for Kp, okay. So keep, this is P of A and this is P of A2, right? And this is P of A square and this is PA2, because here this was 2, therefore this square has come, right? And there is power 1 here, right? So there is only one power. So we know that the pressure of this A atoms, the pressure exerted by A atoms is 0.2 atmosphere, okay, by our logic. So we'll put here 0.2 atmosphere into 0.2 atmosphere, right? So we'll get, and in the denominator we'll be having the pressure of A2, that is 0.8 atmosphere. So we'll get the answer equal to 5 into 10 to the power minus 2 atm simply. Now if you go by the by the classical procedure, then you'll have to take in the moles into consideration. Then we'll suppose that there were initially there were 1 mole of A2, and then because of decomposition, A, a fraction A uh, got decomposed and 2A was formed. So total moles we have are 1 plus A, that we don't need anything about from that, okay. So we just need to calculate the partial pressure of A atoms and the partial pressure of A2. That's it. So what is the formula for partial pressure? It is the percentage upon 100 into total pressure. So simply we get this question, okay. This was a very easy question. from, you can say this is from the equilibrium. No, this is not. You can say this is from the gases, a little bit like that. Okay, so it is a mix of equilibrium and gases. Okay, then the next question, it was a little bit a kind of tricky question, you can say, but I won't call it a tricky question, because a similar question was mentioned in NCERT book. That was not mentioned as a question, but NCERT book, when they were explaining a concept in the text, then they took approximately the same example, just this 2 wasn't there, right? They had A is an equilibrium with B plus C, so this 2 was added later by AIIMS examination. So let us go for the question. So the question says that a first order gaseous reaction. Okay, so reaction first order है सबसे पहले तो, और ये gaseous है. तो अगर उसमें इनिशियल प्रेशर P नॉट है एंड टोटल फाइनल प्रेशर है कितना PT, तो शुरुआत में क्या होगा कि सिर्फ रिएक्टेंट होगा, राइट? Therefore the reactant in the starting, the pressure of the reactant was P naught, and after some time T, the reactant decomposed into 2 atoms of B and 1 atom of C, right? So after that time, the total pressure of A, B and C, that came out to be PT. And the question has asked us to calculate the rate constant. So first of all, what is the prerequisite for you people to answer this question? Okay, so you should know the standard equation of the rate constant of first order reaction, and if you don't know that, then you'll have to derive a long equation. So it's better to memorize that thing, right? And if you know that, then the things will become easy for you. So let's go from the basics. We have A, which decomposes to 2B and C. Okay, all are gaseous. So at time t equal to 0, we had P naught pressure of A, and the other two were 0 and 0. So let us take that after time t1, the X part of P naught decomposed. So the pressure of A left over is P naught minus X. That of B will be 2X because of this 2. Okay, and that of C will be X. So the final total pressure after time t will be PT as according to the question, and PT will be equal to the sum of this, okay, this, this and this thing, right? So we have total pressure equal to P minus X plus 2X plus X. Okay, so PT comes out to be equal to P naught plus 2X, and just rearranging the equation, we get X equals to PT minus 2, PT minus P naught upon 2, right? So we know the equation of first order kinetics, that is 2.303 upon T into log of P initial upon PA after time T. That means the pressure of A after some time T, right? We don't need to take anything of these products into consideration. We just need the pressure, the initial and the final pressures of the partial pressures of the reactant only, right? So we'll put the values. The initial pressure was P naught, right? So we'll put the values, that is P naught, and the final pressure, it was P naught plus 2x, sorry, it was P naught minus X. So we'll do that. We'll calculate P naught minus the value of P naught minus X. We'll get it to 3 P naught minus PT upon 2. Okay, then we'll just put the values in this equation and we'll get the answer to this. Okay, so a simple question, just directly derived from NCERT book, nothing new in this, right? So the next question, it was a little bit of fact based question, you can say. Some of you can consider it as a general knowledge question, but I would not, right? Because most of us know that among these three, the most abundant element in our body is potassium, right? Potassium is found, inside the cell, the ion which is in the greatest concentration is this one only. Okay, so potassium. Then we have to differentiate among copper and iron. So can you tell me that where all in the body are copper and iron found? So you can see iron in the form of what? Just tell me. So the iron in the form of hemoglobin, the iron in the form and bound to the ferritin, or the transported form, that is transferrin, or bound to some proteins and all, which is not seen generally. Okay, but the copper is not seen that much in our body. Therefore, the order is going to be this first one. So nothing need, no memorization is in this. Just you need to apply a little bit of logic, right? So the next question was from the metallurgy portion, which was that which of the following statement is correct about blast furnace. So furnace is one of the most important things of that chapter. Okay, asked in board examinations and competitive examinations everywhere. So I think all of you must know this the answer to this question. So we are asked about the correct statement. So the very first statement is that calcium carbonate is used to produce oxygen, which is false, because calcium carbonate is used to form calcium oxide, right, which helps us in removing the impurities. Okay, then the second statement is that Fe2O3 is converted into Fe3O4. Is it correct? Yes, it is correct. This is a reaction which occurs in blast furnace, is one of the main reactions, right? Then it says that wrought iron can directly be obtained from blast furnace. It is not. It is obtained after processing. And the last statement is that wrought iron is 100% pure, which is not. Though it is the purest form of iron, but it is not 100% pure. Therefore, this statement is also false, and only the B statement is correct. Okay. Now coming towards the next question, it says that which of the following monomer can be involved in polymerization. So don't no need to apply any uh, concept or any logic in this. Uh, the very basic answer to this is that if you have studied the chapter polymers, then there is something called Ziegler-Natta catalyst, which is used in the synthesis of high density polyethylene. Okay, so that is triethyl aluminum plus TiCl4, right? So some variant of that this can also be used in the synthesis of some other polythenes or some other polymers. Therefore the answer will be A. Okay, then the next question, it is about silicones, another important topic from P block 11th class, which it is simply mentioned in NCERT. You need to mention the incorrect statement, which is directly taken from the example of NCERT book. Okay, an example is given and they have taken this directly from there only. Okay, so the first statement that this R2SiCl2 and RSiCl3 are monomers of silicones, this is correct. Okay, then the next statement, the silicones are hydrophobic, this is what, this is also correct because they are hydrophobic. Yes. Then the third statement is that R3 SiCl is used to close the polymeric chain. Yes, because it has three methyl groups which cannot take part in polymerization. Only the Cl can take part. Therefore, it forms a dead end. Okay. And the last statement says that the polymers, they are polymers of R3SiO2, which is false. They are polymers of R3SiO. Okay. Then going towards our next question, we get this. This is now a very stat question. Okay, asked several times in different competitive examinations. So this must be at your fingertips, that copper sulfate dot 5H2O has hydrogen bonded water in it. You can see this. Okay, this one and the similar this one. Okay, so this has hydrogen bonded water in this. And this was asked in IT also. Okay, then the next question is a good question, which says that which of the following covalent hydride has highest Lewis acid character. So Lewis acids are the acids which they simply the acids they release proton. Okay, so see, this is the structure of aluminum trimethyl aluminum. So aluminum has an empty orbital, then three CH3 groups. So we can write CH3 in this form, CHHNH. So what happens is that this lone pair, this is taken up by this empty orbital sometimes. Okay, this can be taken up. So this lone pair, when this goes to this empty orbital, this H gets freed and it gets released. Okay, so we get this H ion, and this the rest of our molecule, it gets a negative charge. Therefore it behaves as an acid releasing H ion. Okay, and because it has accepted a lone pair, therefore it is a Lewis acid. The next question was of conductivity, a very simple question. We know that the conductivity of a compound is equal to the limiting conductivities, the sum of limiting conductivities of its constituent ions. Therefore, we are given the conductivity of calcium and chloride, and we know that the calcium chloride will give two chloride ions and calcium ion. Therefore, the conductivity of calcium chloride will be equal to twice the conductivity of chloride and plus the conductivity of calcium. So simply you can add up and get the answer, right? So you'll get answer B according to me, most probably. Just add this, you'll get it. Okay, the next question is from ideal gas equation. It's it is directly taken from NCERT book. Okay, so the law is that at the Z equal to 1 is only of our ideal gases. Okay, and when the gases are at the normal gases, when they are at very low pressures, okay, so they also behave as ideal gases, because the volume is too less and the volume of molecules becomes insignificant in comparison to the volume of the whole gas. Okay, therefore at very low pressure, the gases, they behave as ideal gases. But from this diagram, this is a little bit modified diagram. It is not like the NCERT diagram. NCERT, this is uh, this diagram NCERT has given two graphs. Okay, so उन दोनों ग्राफ्स को मिला के ये ग्राफ बनाया गया है. तो इसमें से जो C है वो तो वहां से है, लेकिन A और B किसी और ग्राफ का इसमें लगा दिया है. ठीक है, तो देखो, जब जब Z इक्वल टू 1 अप्रोच करेगा, किसी भी गैस का Z 1 को अप्रोच करेगा, तो वो गैस आइडल की तरह वर्क करेगी. तो क्या आपको इसमें किसी भी गैस का Z 1 को अप्रोच करते हुए दिख रहा है कहीं भी? तो कहीं भी नहीं दिख रहा. ठीक है, तो इसमें से कोई भी गैस कहीं भी एक आइडल गैस की तरह वर्क नहीं कर रही है. तो जितने भी ऑप्शंस हैं कि वो बिहेव्स एज आइडियल गैस, ओके, this ideal gas, no one behaves as ideal gas in this graph. So the only correct answer will be that at high pressure, gas B behaves as non-ideal gas, which is completely true, because at high pressure all the gases, they behave as non-ideal gases, right? So this is the solution. You can see page number 146 to 147 of NCERT 11th part. So that's it from this part. The next we'll be discussing about the organic part, the most interesting one. Okay, we'll be solving the more organic part, and after that we'll come up with assertion and reasons. Okay, so stay tuned, subscribe to our channel, and if you find this helpful, then please share it with your friends also, so that they can also get benefited. Okay, thank you.